Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Wheel Trends. If you're a fan of the channel, you know how much we love getting our hands on some of the most legendary bikes out there. And today, we have something really exciting. Kawasaki has just dropped their 2025 KX 500, and let me tell you, this bike is an absolute beast. For those of you who remember the KX 500 from back in the day, this is a long-awaited revival of an iconic machine. Now, the KX 500 has always been synonymous with raw power, uncompromised performance, and dominance on the track. In 2025, Kawasaki has taken things to a whole new level. Whether you're a motocross pro or someone looking for the ultimate thrill off-road, this bike is designed to give you that next-level riding experience. Today, we're going to dive into everything you need to know about the 2025 Kawasaki KX 500, from its incredible design to its groundbreaking performance, engine details, and of course, whether it's worth the price. By the end of this review, you'll know exactly what this bike is capable of and why it's shaking up the motocross world once again. Alright. Let's start by taking a look at the design. The first thing you'll notice is how sleek and aggressive the KX 500 looks. Kawasaki has always been great at balancing function with aesthetics, and this bike is no exception. From the front, you can immediately tell it means business. The new front fender design is sharp, almost cutting through the air with a sense of speed even when standing still. It's got that signature Kawasaki green, of course, with black and white accents that give it that extra flair. As you move around the side, you'll see how the bike has evolved in terms of aerodynamics. The bodywork is more refined compared to its predecessors. Kawasaki has streamlined the design to reduce drag and improve handling at high speeds. The plastics are tough but flexible, meaning they'll withstand the rigors of hard off-road riding while still maintaining a lightweight feel. The radiators are tucked in nicely, and they've also introduced some advanced cooling technology, which we'll touch on a bit later. Now, one thing I have to point out here is the new seat design. Kawasaki has reworked it to offer improved rider ergonomics. It's a bit slimmer, but with enough padding to keep you comfortable even during those long, grueling rides. You'll appreciate the grip too, especially when you're shifting your weight around to find the perfect balance on tricky terrain. Moving to the back. The rear fender is short and aggressive, just like you'd want in a high-performance motocross machine. The tail section is minimalistic, keeping the weight distribution spot on for optimal handling. The rear shock is now fully adjustable, and you can tell by looking at it that this is a bike that's built to handle the roughest of trails. The exhaust system, which we'll get onto in detail later, has been neatly integrated to stay out of the way while offering a clean look from the back. It's a tidy setup overall, with no excess fluff, just pure performance focused. What's cool about the 2025 model is how Kawasaki has balanced the nostalgia of the original KX 500 with modern design and tech. The bike feels like a nod to the past, but in every way, it's built for the future. You've got those sharp lines that scream speed and power, but everything is designed to be more precise, more refined. The aggressive stance, that bold Kawasaki color scheme, it all just works together to make this one of the most attractive motocross bikes on the market today. Now, while the exterior is eye-catching, it's really what's under the hood that makes this bike a game-changer. Kawasaki has brought back the legendary 500cc two-stroke engine, but this time, they've completely revamped it to meet modern standards. The new engine is a liquid-cooled, single-cylinder, two-stroke monster that delivers power unlike anything else in its class. We're talking about massive punch up to work right from the low end, and the bike just pulls and pulls as you rev it out. For those of you who are familiar with two-strokes, you know how addictive that power band is. It's got that classic two-stroke feel, but with the smoothness and refinement of modern engineering. The engine now comes equipped with an advanced fuel injection system. This helps with throttle response, making it much crisper and more predictable than older carbureted models. You no longer have to deal with the finicky jetting issues that plagued earlier two-stroke engines, especially in varying weather conditions. The fuel injection system automatically adjusts for altitude and temperature changes, meaning you can take this bike anywhere, from sea level to high mountain trails, without missing a beat. Kawasaki has also reworked the exhaust system to comply with modern emission standards without sacrificing performance. The expansion chamber is perfectly tuned to maximize power output, and you get that deep, throaty two-stroke exhaust note that fans of the KX 500 have been craving for years. It's not obnoxiously loud, but it's got enough of a bark to remind everyone around you that this bike is not to be messed with. Now, you can't talk about a motocross bike without mentioning the suspension, and the 2025 KX 500 has one of the most advanced setups I've seen on a two-stroke. Kawasaki has equipped this bike with fully adjustable Showa suspension, both front and rear. The front forks are 49mm, inverted, and they come with both compression and rebound damping adjustments. You can fine-tune them to your exact preferences based on the terrain you're riding. Whether you're blasting through whoops, hitting massive jumps, or navigating tight corners, the suspension keeps the bike planted and responsive. At the rear, you've got the Uni-Track linkage system, which offers a smoother, more progressive feel through the stroke. The rear shock is fully adjustable as well, allowing you to dial in the perfect settings for rebound, compression, and preload. What's great about this setup is that it works for both casual riders and pros alike. If you're just out for a weekend ride, the stock settings will give you plenty of comfort and control, but if you're pushing the limits in competition, you've got all the customization you need to get that extra edge. When it comes to performance, this bike is an absolute rocket. The 500cc two-stroke engine gives you an incredible power-to-weight ratio, and with the lightweight chassis, it feels nimble and agile despite the raw power it's packing. The throttle response is instant, and the bike just launches forward with the ferocity that you won't find in four-stroke bikes. It's definitely a bike that commands respect, though. You've got to be ready to handle all that power, especially when you're riding in technical terrain. The bike feels light in the corners, and you can throw it around with ease. The suspension does a fantastic job of soaking up bumps and jumps, making it feel planted even in rough conditions. The braking system has also been improved, with larger discs and a more responsive feel at the lever. This gives you more confidence to push harder, knowing you've got the stopping power to bring things under control when needed. Kawasaki has priced the 2025 KX 500 competitively for a bike of this caliber. It's not cheap, but when you consider the performance, technology, and legacy you're getting, it's worth every penny. Whether you're a serious racer or just someone who loves riding off-road for fun, this bike is built to deliver the thrill you're looking for. Prices are expected to start in the mid-$11,000 range, which puts it in line with other high-performance motocross bikes on the market. To wrap things up, the 2025 Kawasaki KX 500 is a worthy successor to the legendary KX 500 of the past. It brings back everything that made the original iconic raw power, the lightweight handling, and the unmistakable two-stroke feel, but with the added benefit of modern technology and engineering. Whether you're a die-hard fan of two-strokes or just someone looking for the ultimate off-road machine, this bike is going to give you an experience like no other.